Mindful Movement with AARP Alabama. I am your host, Margie Curry, and today's session is with certified yoga instructor Becca Impello. Becca has been practicing and teaching yoga for more than 20 years. We want to remind you that AARP empowers people to choose how they live as they age. AARP is a nonpartisan 501c4 organization that has over 420,000 members in Alabama. AARP's role is to advocate for those 50 plus and their families. AARP Alabama is committed to offering opportunities for people to stay engaged from their home. The Mindful Movement series provides an opportunity for you to keep moving in the safety of your home. Becca, are you with us?
Good morning, Margie. I'm here.
Oh, so glad to see you this morning. What do you have in store for us today?
Well, Margie, as you probably know, and our viewers know, today is election day. I have already voted. I got out early and did that. And so
I
what
did
I
too.
want to do today is just an energizing practice, just sort of
All right.
motivate us to feel like we can get out there and do our civic duty and participate and really just have some energy for the day.
Sounds fabulous. Sounds great. Now, remember, everyone, that before you begin any exercise program, you should always consult with your physician to be sure it's safe for you to participate. All right, Becca, let's get moving and get started today.
All right, very good. So, like I said, my plan is to do an energizing practice. That means we're going to do a little bit of breath work that sort of, energizes us a bit. We're going to do movement that kind of has a little bit of flowing in and out that also will sort of get our energy up. Now, I want to say real quickly, if that type of practice is not what you need today, if you need something maybe a little less vigorous or less active, feel free to modify the practice to your needs. I encourage that always. So that might mean, for example, you don't do the movements very fast. You do them at a slower pace, or you hold some of those positions rather than moving in and out of them. I think you'll see what I mean as we go along, but just know that it's always okay and always encouraged for you to adapt the program, the practices to what you might be needing. Now, we always use a chair as our main prop. We'll start seated, then we'll do some things standing, and we'll use this chair as something to either hold on to for balance or just use as one of our props in the practice. All right, so let's go ahead and just sit tall in the chair. We're going to start with some breath work. Now, the breath work that we're going to do today is called bellows breath, and it's an energizing breath practice. As with any breath practice, however, some people may find that it's just hard to do. They're not used to breathing that way. It's hard to shift their breathing. So don't feel bad if you just feel like, okay, that's not for me. And you can just skip it, right? So just know that that's always okay. The breath practice that's called bellows breath is just like what it sounds. It's like a forceful in and out, like a bellows would be like on a furnace or a fireplace, right? To stir up a little more warmth, a little more energy, a little more activation in our system. So the way this bellows breath will work is we'll breathe in and out through the nose and or the mouth, right? So you could do in through the nose, out through the mouth, or you could do both in and out through the nose or in and out through the mouth, depending on what works for you. I typically do in through the nose, out through the mouth, right? And it's a quick, short breath in and out, something like this. Okay, and we only do it for a couple times. Like we're going to do it for 5 rounds, right? And see how we feel. Now, one last thing is on the 6th time. So we'll do in and out fast for 5, and then we'll do one big breath in and hold it a few seconds and then let it all out. And then we'll just take a pause and observe and see how we feel. Okay. Sometimes this breath practice will make you feel a little buzzy, right? Or a little lightheaded or tingly. We're not going to do it for very long, so I don't think you'll have that effect. And we're sitting down, so we're good. But I just want you to know that that's a possibility. All right, so come on and give this a try with me if you'd like. You can do some arm movements. You'll see me reach my arms up and then pull them down. As I inhale, I'll reach up. Exhale, I'll pull down. So you can do that if you want, or you can leave the arm movements out of it. All right, here comes our first round of bellows breath. 5 short, fast breaths in and out, and then 1 big, long breath that we hold a little bit. All right, here we go. Hold. And as soon as you need to, you let that breath out. And then just pause and notice how you feel. This breath is designed to get our heart rate up a little bit, to warm up our body, to stimulate things. So that's what you should be expecting to feel. Let's do it again. We'll do 5 breaths again, and then that 6th one will be the bigger breath in the hold. Here we go. Hold. And then slowly let it out as soon as you're ready. It could be longer than mine. It could be shorter than mine. Now just observe the effects in your body. See if you have any sensations in your hands, arms, or head. Like a little tingle sometimes is present. And we're going to do 1 more round. We're going to stick with 5 rounds. However, sometimes I practice this and we add on and we go from 5 to 8 to 12 and that sort of thing. But for today, since I'm not in front of you, you can't see how you're taking it, we're going to stick with 5. So last round of bellows breaths. If you want to join, here we go. Big breath in. Holding. And letting it all out. And observing. All right, now let's warm up the body. Start with some shoulder rolls. Just get those shoulders moving forward and up towards the ears, back and down towards the waist. I'm going to start to make this bigger, although you can stick with whatever level works for you. So next step might be bending the elbows and making some circles with the elbows. You can stick with this, or you can go ahead and make big circles with the arms, fully extending them. One more time. All right, arms down at your sides, maybe even holding onto the chair on one side if you want. We're going to take a side stretch to one side. Inhale up and over. Exhale, bring it down. Now here's where you can boost that energy a little bit by maybe taking an exhale out through the mouth and pulling down. A couple more times. 2 more. 1 more. Pause a moment. Other side. So remember, this is one of those places where maybe you're going to just hold that stretch. If you're not feeling like you want to rev up your energy all that much, or you don't need to be practicing in that way, you could do a hold or slower movement. 2 more here. 1 more. Good. Bring the hands to the heart now. Sit up tall. Pull back. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Lifting up the chest. Maybe lifting up the gaze. And then exhale. Push forward. Rounding slightly the upper back. Maybe dropping the chin. Pull back. Inhale. Push forward. Exhale. So again, maybe you did this a little slower or a little faster, depending. Good, let's do 2 more of these. Good, and then pull those arms back. And let's try our cactus arms, right? So elbows bent, hands out at the side. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale and turn in one direction. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale and turn. Inhale, center. Turn. Couple more. Pick a pace that works for you. Maybe you're still doing something sort of similar to that bellows breath, sort of. One more time each side. And we will hold this one all together. So turn one more time and hold there. Take the hand down to the opposite knee, maybe the arm back onto the chair as well. Sit up nice and tall. And let's turn the head a bit more back and forth. And then bring it all the way back to the center. Pick those arms up, sit tall, turn the other way and hold the twist for your spine. Add a little bit of movement there for the head, back and forth. And then bring it back around to the front. Let's warm up the legs a little bit. Sit tall. Maybe hold the seat of the chair if you want a little more support. Or if you're feeling that energy, take the arms out to the side as we start to march. Picking up one knee and then the other. Trying to sit tall in your spine, not roll back on your hips. All right, let's add to this a kick. All right, so pick it up, kick it out, bring it in, take it down. Pick it up, kick out, in and down. Good, one more each side. Good, drop those arms if they were up. Let's pick up one foot at a time and circle the ankle around. So we loosen up the ankles and feet a little bit. Go the other way. And then the other foot, circle, get the pops and creaks out. Go the other direction if you haven't switched yet. And then drop it down. All right, we're going to go ahead and come on up to our feet. All right, I'd love for you to take that chair and turn it so that you can, or turn your body, one or the other, so that you can use the seat of the chair as a place to put your hands. I'm going to grab a quick drink of water here. All right, so we want to use the chair as our prop. However, you could use the floor, right? So if for some reason you want to go down all the way to the floor, you're familiar with these practices on the ground, you can do them that way as well. Okay, so let's come on down, hands in the seat of the chair or on hands and knees on the floor perhaps. And we'll do cat and cow. This helps us loosen up our spine. So round it and then flatten it out. Make sure you let your knees bend as you try to flatten your back and lift your tailbone. It's a great one to pair with your breathing. Inhale as you lift your chest and you lift up your fanny. Exhale as you tuck it under and you round your back. Three more. All right. Now, little balance work and strength work, but we're also going to keep it energized. Remember, that means we'll be doing sort of in and out, but feel free to choose a holding version rather than moving version if you'd rather. So feet come close together. Okay, if you're in hands and knees, you don't really need to change anything. And then let's take the right arm and the left, the right leg and the left arm. Just an opposite arm and leg up and then down. And then the other set. Up and down. We're trying to keep our back nice and flat. Not rounding, not arching, just working with those arms and legs. Stretch them out long. Good. Keep going. A couple more. It's okay to stop and rest, however, if you want. Good. Last one. All right. Feet come back apart here. I want you to push into one hand and turn to the other side, right? So I'm twisting, letting the hips shift and the knees shift if I'm standing on my feet, and then come back down, both hands in the chair or on the floor. Let's go the other way. So push and turn, and then back down. It's nice to inhale as you open it. Exhale and come back to the chair or back to the floor. Let's do a couple more rounds of this. Feel free to increase the pace if you feel comfortable with that. Or really what I mean is find the pace that serves you, right? Find the speed that seems right. Good. Last time. All right, then hands stay in the chair, or if you're on the floor, your hands are on the floor, and we're pressing it to downward dog. So walk those feet back, press the hips back. Again, if you're on the ground, instead of using the chair, your hands are on the floor and your toes are on the floor, but your heels may not be. So, all right, now our work here is going to be to inhale it towards a plank or a push-up. So I shifted forward, got my body in a straight line, pushing strongly into the chair. And then push back into downward dog. Feel free to keep the knees soft, or a little bend to them might help, might feel better. And then we're coming back and forth a few times. So inhale forward, exhale back. About 3 more. Last one. Stay in this downward dog another breath or two, unless you're ready to stand all the way up. You might wiggle the hips and the knees with some bending and straightening there. And then walk it in. Let's come all the way up to standing. All right, now let's turn the chair around, or yourself, whichever is easier to move, just so we have the top of the chair. We'll use it as needed to hold on for a little bit of balance work. All right, so fingertips can lightly touch the chair. You're going to go up on those tiptoes and back down on the heels. Up and down. Maybe raise an arm. Could be one hand. It could be both. And 3 more. Remember the eyes open and focused on a focal point. Will help you with the balance with this one. All right. Now we'll step into warrior stance. So take one foot and step it back a generous amount. Toes back there can be turned out a little bit. heel down if possible. Front knee bent. Hands up to the heart. We're going to do a bit of arm movement here, but if you prefer to hold the position and keep the hands on the chair, you could do that. All right. So our arm movement is going to be to pull and then extend back and then sweep the arms forward and up and then bring them right back to the heart. All right. So again, inhale and pull back. Exhale and reach further. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, pull, extend, reach up, and back to the heart. Now you can change the pace if needed. Go faster, go slower, your choice. Two more on this side. All right, pause, step in. Just take a moment here, shake it out as needed, or stand still. See what you notice. Has this practice revved up your energy any? Do you feel a little more awake, a little more active, a little more alive? Step back with the other foot for our warrior stance to the other side. Our knee is bent some. Firm up those legs, active glutes. And here comes the same pattern for the arms, right? Inhale and pull. Exhale and reach further back. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Keep going. Nice job. A couple more. Last one. And then step forward. Pause. All right, our last one standing. Let's step into that same position for the legs and the feet. All right, except this time we're going to do more of a twisting motion. You could keep one hand on the chair. That would be the hand that's same as the leg that's back. The other arm, the same as the leg that's forward, is going to be doing the movement. If you don't feel like you need to hold on, you can bring both arms up. So we're going to pull back, extend and open, and then bring it all the way back around. Same side. Pull, strong legs, reach, back around. Two more. Pull, reach. One more time. Good. Now this time we'll hold. Take it to that twist and stay. It could be a hand on the chair. You could also decide to lean in and stretch this back arm up and over if you want. And then bring it back around, step it in, pause. All right, other side. So switch the legs. Get ready to switch the arms. Hold on as needed. Pull, turning to the same side as the front leg. Reach back, and then bring it back around to the front. Pull, reach, back around to the front. Two more times. And then holding this last one. I almost forgot to do that. Holding that twist. Perhaps leaning it in and stretching it over. And then bringing it back up. Pausing, taking just a moment to notice how you feel. All right, then let's turn around and sit back down. So even though this was an energizing focus to our practice, I'm always going to want to take our last few minutes to settle it back down a little bit. But as we first take our seat, let's just take a moment to observe how you feel in your body. See if you can recall how you felt in your body and your energy when we first started about 25 minutes ago, or right before you maybe got on the program. How was your energy feeling? How are you anticipating the day? Did we match the energy that you already felt? Okay, or did we elevate that energy level? Maybe you were a little bit on the downside, and now you feel a little bit more elevated. So just observe and notice in your own body how you're feeling, where your energy lies, where it's moving, how it might be changing. All right, we're going to just do a couple stretches to sort of help those hips. Bring one leg up, either onto the foot and ankle onto the knee, or foot and ankle can cross down on the shin. Okay, so wherever it is that you can get that leg, sit up tall and lean in. If there's room to add to that stretch, you might lean in a little bit, see how it feels. And then just watch your breathing. Let it slow down a little bit here now that we're settled, now that we're not doing all that movement. Good. Let's release that side. Take it to the other side. So either crossing low down on the ankle or the shin, or crossing high up on the knee. Sit tall. Maybe you've got room to lean forward. That's pretty variable. Okay, so just see how it feels for you. And then find that breathing. Let it slow down a little bit. Watch as maybe your heart rate is slowing down. All right. And then let's finish up with a couple of slower but still, energetic breaths. Okay, so inhale, and you can sweep the arms up if you want. Exhale through the mouth. Hands come down to your lap. Okay. Inhale. Just a soft ha sound as you exhale out the mouth. Two more. One more. We can think of this as focusing, containing, directing that energy that we've built. Let your hands either stay resting on your belly or bring them together at the heart. Taking one more breath in and out. I hope you feel energized and ready to meet your day and whatever it is that you may still have to do, including going out to vote. Thanks to AARP for holding these sessions for us. I hope you'll join us again on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Becca, for getting us energized today. We really enjoyed that session. Thank you very much. And folks, if you have anything you'd like to tell us about our session today, or you have questions, please feel free to put them in our chat. And we look forward to you joining us again next Tuesday for Mindful Movement. So have a great week. Bye, Becca.
Bye, Margie.